And we are live. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Just going to go in and just mention everybody. I'm getting text messages.
Well, that's fine. I'm not. Hello, everybody. I'm not sure where you are coming to us from around the world, but anybody here that's on the West Coast that's had that Hurricane Hillary traveling by, I hope you're all safe and fine and dry. It wasn't as bad for us as all the alerts were saying in our house,
Thank
yet
goodness.
I'm not sure about the surrounding area.
Yeah.
So yeah. I
So
hope you're all safe.
if you're coming in from any other platform, let me just add this here.
Ooh.
Come on over to the group. This is where we're going to be live. Hi, hello, I see you guys. Hello, welcome. Glad you guys are here. Yeah, so make sure that you come on over to the group. That's where we'll be live. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us. We've got some of Jace's black belts here. You can ask them questions.
Woohoo.
Feel free to ask in the chat. Jamie, what was the topic today?
How adorable I am. I mean, it was on the list. I think
Not
you
how
put a
adorable
line.
your wife is.
No, I
Not
think you
about
put
the
a,
fact, not about the fact that you have an awesome job that makes your wife happy and you get to make your wife happy and get paid for it.
Sure. Is
You
that
wanted
the
to
topic?
could be.
The topic is about the words you use. I remember part of the World Class Speaker Academy. One of the I don't know, what would you call it? One of the I can't think of the bylaws. One of the comments. One of the processes. One of the belief structures. There's a good word. Um, there's no throwaway comments, and there's no throwaway people. One of the comments. One of the. Ooh,
Sorry about that.
what are you doing there?
I went to reply on Facebook, but it opened. If I go to reply to a comment, it opens it and then it makes
Oh,
more
really?
sound. So yeah.
Well, I clicked the link you sent me, and I can have Facebook open and comment away.
Anyway,
Hello, Amy.
yeah, welcome, Amy. That's what I was trying to say. Hello to Amy. So continue on about those no throwaway comments. I think this is one of Jace's kind of tenets. It's like there's no throwaway comments and there's no throwaway people. Like everybody has something valuable. Every single person has something valuable to offer.
Every person has some value, absolutely. And when you can approach from that perspective, it improves your sales and it improves your speaking um, acceptability. Oh my goodness, my words must have got washed away with the hurricane yesterday. I've lost half my language. Your receptivity of your talk, or what it is that you have to say. Hi, Jenny. Welcome. Glad you're here with us. So no throwaway comments and no throwaway people. Being very open to observing how you think or feel when you see somebody and how you think and feel when you say something. We had a fantastic experience for all of those that joined us at Dynamic Delivery with Stephen Mammel and Jace. We really got to see how certain words can have an effect. Now, there's some words that when they're said can have a negative effect. There's some words that can have a positive effect. And there's some combination of words, depending on how they're used, with your thoughts and feelings can create either a positive or negative effect. So being very conscious about the words you're using really takes you to a new level. And then also being very conscious of the words other people are using, and not just what is said, but how they are said.
Yeah. Because it reveals a lot, when you're, especially from a sales perspective, when you're really listening to what people are wanting, you can hear what they need, you can hear what they want, you can really start to help them in a different way, because I think a lot of people don't even hear themselves.
Oh, that's very true. We get into a habit. The habit mind is so powerful. The habit mind is running 100% of the time. Some people call it unconscious mind, subconscious mind. There's also the habit mind. They're either talking about the same thing or very similar things. Basically, what happens is you've done something so many times that it becomes automatic for you. When the stimuli is triggered, you just say it automatically. Now, this is a big pitfall that speakers can fall into, and actors, as Amy and I are both former professional actors that worked internationally, not just in our home country, but all over the world at different points in time. When you've learnt a script or learnt a talk or a speech, and you're just going through automatic, you're losing your audience. You're disconnecting. You really want to be connected to the audience, connected to the words, and the impact that you're looking to have from that talk or speech or performance. And you can see it if you go to, let's say, some amateur shows.
Right. Or like, I also call it like going for rote. Like, you're just like, you're going through the process, you're going for rote. It's like, and I can equivalent this to women. If you've ever been in a bar and been like, where like you guys are trying to pick you up, and they kind of have a line that they use. It's like a line, it's a strategy. It feels crummy, and you're just like, whatever, right? It's not cute at all. It's not fun. Hey, from Tennessee, on different screens. Wow, yay. welcome. Awesome. Yeah, and so we tend to we go, when we don't like it when someone goes to rote on us. It doesn't feel good to the other person. It doesn't feel good to the audience. It doesn't feel good to the audience watching. It doesn't feel good to the other person you're speaking with, right? And the other thing is like, when we talk about getting on stages, this is a stage. Zoom is a stage. Anywhere you're at where you're speaking, it's a stage.
Yeah, talking, presenting, yeah, or whether it's just two people on a Zoom, or it's 5,000 people in an auditorium. And a big difference between the live performance and a TV, film, or camera digital performance is how close the people are. Right now, Amy and I are very close to you, whether there's 1 million people watching or just you. We're the same distance. So on TV and film, I used to teach at the Gold Coast Film Academy acting. And one of the big things in the camera technique is, if you feel it, if you believe it, if you think it, the camera will see it. The eyes will reveal your thoughts. So if you're just saying words like, wow, I really love the new puppy that was bought here yesterday. It's like, do you? Or if you're like, oh, I really love the puppy that came here yesterday. Oh, it's little fluffy butting and scratch. You know, there's an emotional connection to what you're saying and doing that should be carried across to those that are hearing and watching. And that is easily seen on a digital platform. If you're not thinking it or feeling it or being connected to your audience, you will create a disconnection, and they'll see it very clearly. And that's a big trap that a bunch of people that are speaking on the stage, such as a Zoom stage, they're going through their presentation thinking that they're just talking to an empty room, and the audience feel that. So you need to generate the thought process of, I'm speaking to people for the purpose of changing their life. There must be some value to what you're talking about. Otherwise, you're just moving air around. And moving air, when it comes out of the body, can be unpleasant.
especially if Jamie made chili recently.
Oh, did I make some good chili? It was
Oh, it was
delicious.
delicious.
Turkey chili. Amy loves turkey chili.
Very
But I
good.
got a really nice depth of flavor to the turkey chili. Now we've segued into our cooking show. For all of you who want my turkey recipe, turkey chili recipe.
Funny.
So yeah, really look to connect, because that's the first step of being having a profitable presentation. That's the first step of communication. That's the first step of sales. Connect. You have to connect. So when you're on the stage, that is the Zoom stage or the digital stage, remember that you're talking to real people with real words, and there's no throwaway comment. There's no throwaway words. Every word has a purpose, has a feeling, has a connection. And then reconnecting to that emotional moment when you do your talk is highly beneficial, highly effective. Now, one of the little tricks you can do if you've done a talk for a long time and you've become, as Amy says, just going by rote, if you're just saying the words and you've realized that you're not really hitting the emotion or connecting emotionally, get a puppy dog, do your talk to a dog, and keep the dog's attention.
Ooh.
Because they're listening to the tonality and the emotion that's coming through. Sorry, Amy, go ahead.
No, that's a great challenge. I love that challenge. That's a fantastic challenge. That's really good. Like if you can keep an animal's attention, a dog's attention, because dogs, they relate through images. They don't relate through the words that you're saying. So you have to relay that image to that dog through your emotion and your tonality. That's great.
Yeah, they relate to the emotional energy that you're connecting with them. Now, if you don't have your own dog, go to a dog park and start talking to a stranger's dog with your script. And then come and tell us.
Please post the video of that,
yes.
please.
Take a photo and tell us the story and drop it down below. We want to hear your experience of talking to some stranger's dog.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Yeah. Jace actually has a 3-day event coming up called How to Sell from Stage. Let me grab the link for that. I'll throw the link below. Let me just
and another little trick you can do if you find that you're disconnecting or that you are afraid that you may disconnect when you're speaking from the Zoom stage. I mean, when you're on the live stage, you can get away with it a little bit more. You can be more animated. You can feel the space. And in that case, the live stage is a little bit more forgiving as far as you're not being connected to what you're saying. Yet a little trick you can do for the Zoom stage or the digital platform stage is where your camera is. My camera is right here. Hello, camera. Just behind that camera, I can put a little sticky note with some eyes drawn on it. That way I remember to look at the camera, and I also remember that there's people looking at me. You can also put a picture of someone you love.
And your grandkids will love it.
Yes, they do.
Grandkids find that hilarious. You have a kitty cat, no doggies. See if you can hold that cat's attention.
You'll be the first person on the planet to do it.
First person. Let us know how long you did and please send video.
That's the challenge with the cat. How long can you get the cat's attention?
Yeah. I don't know anybody that's been able to do it with a cat. That would be impressive. So I went ahead and posted that link. It's coming up in November. Let me just share the screen with you here and just show you. All you do is click on that link right here, and you just click grab your ticket right here. There's a big green button here. Now you can scroll down and read through it if you want. There's so much information in here, and then there's some other opportunities. As you go, you're going to learn, if you're stuck in a slump with your speaking and you don't know how to get started. overthink your strategies because you're overwhelmed by the right strategy to choose. I just spoke to a lady that had this problem yesterday. You struggle to book a ton of sales calls, but then converting them to paying clients isn't happening. Or you feel really serious about scaling your business online in 2023 and in 2024, and you're ready to put some old ways of doing things aside, and you're excited about gaining more visibility online, speaking and hosting your own events, and you're ready to take action and receive some training from experts, hands-on workshop setting to see immediate results. Just click grab your ticket right there. If you're smiling at the screen and nodding your head, yes, say yes. Raise your hand and say yes. Yes. All right. So this is just fill your information. You can see I've done it here. Just fill your information in right here. Okay. You can text that phone number if you want. Text the word give. You'll get information. Make sure you click I agree here. And then all you got to do is click. So you're going to put your name, email address, your phone number. You can put Amy Honey if you want. That's who referred you. You don't have to. And just click get my ticket right here. Once you click into here, you're going to see this discount code SFS97. So SFS97, and just apply. Just click this little button here. And then once you do that, it's going to drop that price to 97, and you're just going to hit continue. And then you're going to put all of your billing information and your credit card details and all of that good stuff in there. So that's how you do it.
Yeah, very cool. So just very quickly, just click the green buttons. And do you have a discount code that they can use, Amy?
Yeah, it's SFS97 is the discount code.
Awesome. If you want to get the VIP ticket.
Yeah, if you want the VIP ticket. Otherwise, it's a complimentary ticket for free. You can do it completely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can do it for free. I believe that that brings it down to just 97 for the VIP ticket, and there's more than I think $300 worth of bonuses that you get. I don't know how much they are, but I know it's way more than what the ticket price is. If you wish to go VIP,
you get a dynamic delivery intensive.
Ooh.
That's worth like $997. You get the $1 million language.
Language, that's what we're talking about. The words you use and certain words
exactly,
effectively make a change in someone's mind. And those effective words, sorry for jumping in there. I didn't realize, you see how excited I am. I didn't realize that is part of the bonuses you get for going VIP, because using words that speak to the subconscious mind of the person who's listening to you is very effective. You're passing by the caudate nucleus that filters through and goes relevant, non-relevant, relevant, non-relevant because I'm afraid, and the brain stops hearing those words. So that's really good. Yeah. I see Amy's either waving or she's raised her hand.
Oh. Or she said yes, because I said put your hand up and say yes.
Say yes.
She might be just saying yes with us.
Hand up and say yes.
And take a step. Say yes and take a step.
My lighting is nowhere near as good as it normally is. That's what happens when you disappear for a week.
I think you look fantastic.
Could be the filter. Must be.
You look gorgeous. Anyway, the other really important thing about the words that we use that's so important is that the more we speak the truth, the more when we say an affirmation, the universe goes, yes, that's true. Right? Like, say we're constantly like spewing gossip or spewing untruths. You can't jump and say, yes, ready. Okay. Say you're like constantly spewing like, untruths and gossip and stuff. And then you go to say affirmations. They're not as powerful as if you're very conscious. So every time you speak the truth. And then also when you start to really be conscious of the words you're using, you start to really listen to the words that other people are using. And if there are no throwaway comments, then if they say something that's incongruent, and they speak up. Like, for instance, at this last event we were at, we had one of the black belts, somebody was gossiping and she spoke up. I don't know who it was, but she spoke up and she said to the person, I'm not going to let you speak badly about anybody. And she stood her ground and stood up because that was important to her. The words that were coming out mattered, right? And later
She said she didn't want to hear that kind of talk. So she wasn't going against the person. She just put a stop to it and said, yeah, I don't want to support or engage
exactly
in negative talk about another person.
Yeah. And it was really cool because nothing big was made out of it. And later she came and that girl came and apologized and said, hey, you were right. I shouldn't have been.
It was my issue. It wasn't about them. It was about me feeling a certain way about them. And thank you, because that has now highlighted that element in me.
So, right. Yeah. And so now I can change it. Right.
Yeah.
And so when other people use words, and it's like, listen, it's so valuable what they're saying and how they're saying it,
Yeah. So a big thing to look at is the words you use, and then you'll be able to observe more the words other people use. Because if people say something, there's a thought connected to it. We use words to create an understanding and describe the image or the thought we have in our head. The thought we have in our head creates itself as an image, and that image is then transferred into certain words to represent that image. So in that regard, the words people use, if they're of positive communication, supportive communication, they're the images they're having in their head. Vice versa, though, if someone is constantly in the negative or pointing out what's wrong, that's the images they have in their head. And you can only perceive things that support your beliefs unless you can confront your own beliefs to see something different. We casually accept what we believe to be true until evidence presents itself to be different. That's going to a whole different training. Yet for you guys right here, right today, right now, here's the things. Be very conscious of your words and realize that no matter where you're speaking as a speaker, it's a stage you're speaking from. Be it a cardboard box in a park with a couple of people, be it a Zoom platform with 30 people, 50 people, or a live auditorium with thousands of people. They're all stages. It's just a stage. And as you're getting from the box to the Zoom to the auditorium of 1 million people, they're just stages you're going through.
I was like, oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
You can tell I'm starting to. Were there any clues that I was thinking of something silly to say through that lead up? Now, because remember, guys, my puns are. You see it? My puns are. Boom, boom. Koala tea. I've got a koala drinking a cup of tea, so my puns are koala tea.
Amy said, yes, she's got a question. I have private messaged her and to see if she wants to jump on or if she just wants to ask a question.
Great. So yeah. And the challenge is wherever your camera is, put a little eyeballs up there when you're doing a Zoom stage. Remember, you're not speaking to a digital thing. You're speaking to real people via a digital platform when you're on your Zoom stage or your multi StreamYard platform or X, Y, Z, all those elements.
All right, let's give a warm black belt welcome to Amy Spring.
Woohoo! Welcome, Amy.
Welcome. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good. So I have a webinar on Wednesday.
Woohoo!
Right? Yep. Right now I have 103 registered. And I guess I had a twofold question. One is, so I have 102 registered, but is there a way that you recommend to really get them all to come? Because I'm thinking about doing a another webinar, but having it longer and charging. And I was wondering if maybe if I just charged a very small fee, like $29.99 or something, and they, not that they wouldn't get anything out of my webinar, because I do a little bit of teaching, not a lot. I don't know what your guidance is on that. And then the other thing that question I have is, someone had recommended that potentially I give a freebie if you stay till the end. Like I have, if you stay into the very end, I can see who stays on because my Zoom does a report. And so I send them my freebie. But then I was wondering, is it too much to say, and bonus, when you schedule a call with me, I also have this other bonus that I'll give you, or is that too much?
That's not too much at all.
That's not too much. That's fine. I like that. As far, is this your first webinar?
Oh no, I've had several. Yeah.
Okay. Because there's a couple different camps on webinars, so it kind of depends. Like for charging for a webinar.
Well, it wouldn't really be a webinar. I think I would call it more of a workshop. Mm-hmm. And I would invite a couple people to come, like maybe an estate attorney or, and then we would actually work on specific things. So when they leave that workshop, they have tangible things that they're walking away with.
Yeah, because the live experience is, if it's a live program, that's different in the phraseology for a lot of people nowadays as far as a webinar. So many webinars are created once, recorded, put out there, and so often it's happened so much, people are disconnecting from it. They're not really feeling connected. So the way to really get the engagement right at the beginning is by doing it live, is by having that encouragement aspects for other people to turn on the camera, or if you're not going to do a visual element, to drop something in the chat and go, I'm going to pick some people to work with, or I'm going to do something based on the chat. So make them engage, ask them questions where they respond. Yeah, great. And to show that it's live is really good. Yeah. Adding the bonuses is a great day for everybody that stays to the end. Presented in such a way that it's an encouragement reward as opposed to a punishment for leaving early. You miss out.
Okay, so how do you recommend that wording?
So I've got something awesome to share with everybody. I'm going to share that after the 11th. So everybody stick around, and I'll be able to give you this wonderful bonus reward. Surprise.
Let them know the value of it too.
Okay.
Am I sticking around for $20 or am I sticking around for $500? You know what I mean?
Right. Well, it's my mastering communication with your aging parents. And so, we all think our stuff is worth a lot, but I spent quite a bit of time on it. It's a pretty, I value it at $299.
Great.
Okay, that's a great value. So $299.
Yeah, you're going to get this just under $300 value item, and it's what it was that you said, being able to communicate with your elderly parents. Mm-hmm. It says, so financially that's what it costs, but emotionally it's invaluable, because when you lose the opportunity to communicate with people that have loved you and you've loved them, that can be heart-wrenching. So that, for everybody that is here till the end, because what I have to show you will lead into a greater understanding of that. So giving it to you without paying for this whole thing is not really going to be a service as much as it will be for those that get to hear everything I have to say. So it's kind of like giving it to you. Here's the keys to a car without tires. I'm like, I want to give you keys to a car with a car that's got tires. To get the tires, I'm going to go through these 4 things. They're the 4 tires that you're going to go through. Or a tricycle, the 3 tires, the 3 stepping stones. So it's presented as something of value I want to give you. And I want to not reward you. I want to thank you for being here with me. I know this is important to a lot of people, and for those that also see that's important for them, I want to thank you with this gift.
And so would I tell them what that is at the beginning? Like, this is what I'm, for those of you that are with me at the end, I have this awesome bonus. Would I say it's mastering communication, or do I just wait until the end and say, oh, okay, now I see, we're at the end now. And I want to share what that wonderful bonus is.
I'm interested to see what the other Amy would say. I would say it's worth around $300, and it helps you with the concern of being able to talk with loved ones that are having trouble there. So I would allude to what it is, talk about it, but not give it the title. I would talk about the benefit of it.
The result.
The result.
Okay. All right.
What about
Sell
you?
the results. Sell the results.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then what about, go ahead.
And the reason I would say that is if you gave it the specific title, people will have opinions on what those words mean and be thinking about what that is, rather than being curious about what's the $300 value that's going to help them with XYZ.
Right.
Yeah, they'll be deciding it rather than being curious about it.
Right. And that's why I didn't really want to tell them what it was. But it's good to tell them, it's this, it's valued right around $300.
Yes.
And I'm excited to share that with you at the end. And this is going to really help improve your communication. And then just go on in my webinar. Right. And then now I'm really excited to share with you this bonus that I talked about at the beginning. And here it is. Right.
Yep.
Okay. So back to the charging. Being that the last time I had a webinar, I had about 130 people registered, and I had about 15 people come on. Now my webinars are free.
That's pretty good.
Is it?
Well, yeah. I mean, on a free event, if you get 10%, that's great.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Oh, okay.
Because the people, 50% of the people that are clicking a free event click every free event, and they'll have 7 on at the same time. So there is value to filtering out just the blandly curious and focusing on a smaller room of truly interested.
Oh, okay.
We've seen that. Andy's saying put it on the website for $2.99. I would put it on the website for $3.99 and give them a $100 discount for any. Normally no, because you're giving it away as a prize. Yeah, you give away a prize, you can always increase the value anywhere.
Okay.
And put it, and like when it's put up on the website, people go, hey, if you don't want it here right now, you can actually go and purchase it at my website. If you want to sell it to another friend. So yeah, you can always, then that's redirecting them to the website. And it's giving validity. I found the word, Amy. I found my language. It gives you validity to what you just said. Yeah, it's valued at $300.
That's a good idea. I didn't think about doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Love the input, Andy. Good idea.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have any suggestions on a workshop that would be like a 3-4 hour workshop where they would create something, they'd walk away with something of like to me, I feel like I want to engage them. I don't want to charge them a ton of money for it. But I want them to participate, right? I want them to come. If they're going to register, I want them to come, and I want them to get value out of it.
So one of the things that you can do, if it's kind of more of a free thing, like it's a preview event, like where you're getting people into your programs, you can charge them like $30, but they get it back if they show up.
Oh,
things like that, or like $29, but they get it back if they show up. Or you could do more. You could say we're not going to charge you anything, but if you don't show up, your card will get charged $99. So you do things like that.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and there's the other thing of saying VIP option where you have a small amount to pay, and then say if you have something that you're selling after that, go. I'm going. Anybody that joined the VIP and you want to go further forward, I'm going to double what you paid and take that off the price for a discount. So say they paid $50 for the VIP and they get $400 worth of value for the VIP ticket. Then you go, anybody that wants to purchase my upgrade, I'm going to give you your $50 back, and I'm going to pay you an additional $50. So we're taking $100 off the price for you. You can always do stuff like that.
Also, take a page from Chase Hughes's book, and let me just share the screen here. So if you go to his event that's coming up in November, this is his 3-day event. And it's November 2nd through 4th. You grab a ticket. It's free. You just click that grab ticket and you put all your information in here and agree to the communication and click get my ticket. Who referred you? Oh, Amy, honey. Get my ticket. And then once you get in there, you have the option. I can just keep my general ticket, but I can also upgrade. And then I've got a discount code here, SFS97, that I can just put in there and drop it down to $97. And then I can continue here, or I can continue, but look at all the upgrades he's got. So this is the with the upgrade with just $97, they're also getting a dynamic delivery intensive bonus, $1 million language bonus, make great video bonus, high value ticket offers, and VIP only sessions. So, you know, you could take a page out of Jace's book there and
yeah, you're adding value.
Right.
And
okay.
And then that what I was talking about by
that way
giving
people can still have a free ticket.
Right.
And the next thing I would do is have you called the people with the free ticket.
Oh, actually physically call them.
Yeah. Do a reach out and say that you're excited to have them there. And do they have any quick questions?
Yeah.
In regards to how to attend the event. Not any quick questions on everything you're teaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the event. Okay.
Just make sure that they know when it is, what time it is. A personal phone call can go a long ways because how many things have they probably signed up for?
Right.
Yeah.
And how many people have reached out to them?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
All right.
And then there's and have a little text message if you get their voicemail. Just have a quick little this is Amy Spring. I'm very excited to be seeing you on such and such a date. I've got your voicemail, so I'm going to send you a quick little text with the details, just in case you haven't seen it in your email.
Right.
You know, and then boom.
Off. Okay. And then last question.
Last question.
Well, you know, you know, I have a million, so maybe it's not quite the last. But another question: how do I get them to engage more in the chat? And because I do ask everybody to turn on their videos, I'll ask them like at the beginning, just like tell me where you're coming from in the chat, or you know, just kind of more warming, welcoming, not so much about caregiving. And then I'll go on and just say hello, and then we'll be right back. And I have like a countdown.
So a couple different things you can do. First thing is right when you get on, like for people to take an action, it has to benefit them, right? So to just ask people to turn their cameras on, that's like, why, right? But if you can give them the benefits for why they can do it, or give them a benefit for doing it. So for instance, like one of the benefits, like we know that especially like people that want to be speakers, turn your camera on. You want to be a speaker. It's going to benefit you. You're going to learn more from it. You're going to meet other people. You're going to network during this event, and other people are going to want to see you, you know, and if they don't see you, they're not going to probably connect with you the way that you need to be connected with, right?
If they don't see you, they're not going to think about you. They're not going to remember your name. So what's the point of being a speaker that no one remembers? Turn your camera on. It's for your benefit.
Right.
Right. So that's one thing. Or The other way is if you have some kind of prize wheel and prize giveaways. And what we would do is say, we're randomly going through, and we go through and we take down all the names of everybody that's got their camera on, and they get entered into the prize draw. So the more often your camera's on, the more entries you get into to win prizes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And then we that keeps everybody around to the end, because we do that prize draw at the end. Their name will go on the prize wheel. We'll spin the wheel. Wheelofnames.com. It's an online wheelofnames.com. You can fancy it up any way you want, make it very personalized. It's a free site for anybody to use. And I don't know if you guys are hearing the garbage truck outside, but I definitely am. So if I start yelling,
it's really loud up here. That's why I muted myself. But I'm going to share screen and show Wheel of Names.
So what we do is we'll spin the wheel of names, pick out the person's name, and we go, okay, you've got 30 seconds or to respond in the chat, or we'll pick another name, So and then we got another prize wheel with a bunch of prizes that we would give people, and they could be something that you offer, something as far as like one of your courses or a smaller thing, or what you could win is a productivity call or something, some fancy name call where they want an opportunity to get on a phone with you. Ooh, that's good. You help them, because remember what we always say, that support and love everyone system, SALES, that's what sales is, support and love. So you're really going to support them, help them, and have an opportunity for them to be connected to what you offer more as one of the prizes, as well as other prizes. And that's another great way for anybody out there listening or watching at a later point. You're seeing me in the future right now, because you'll be in the history. No, I'll be in the history. You'll be in the future. I'm talking to those in the future that watch the recording. This is a great way, having a prize wheel, to sell your stuff without selling your stuff. It's like, on our prize wheel, someone could win my 3-day energy clearing process. Now, what this is, for people who don't know, this is where we have all these subconscious thoughts trapped in our brain, and we're just going to clear them out so you can be genuinely pure. Normally, this is a $500 item, and that's what it is on the prize wheel. You could win a $500 energy clearing that gives. So here I am talking about the prize, but I'm actually telling you something that's one of the things I sell.
Yeah.
So you can have several prizes that you give away, and people are super excited to win it. Then you ask in the chat, of all the prizes we got on the prize wheel, which one do you want the most? Which one do you want to win? Asking them that, showing the prize wheel, asking that at the beginning of your presentation gets them excited about winning. Now, the emotional state of the body when they're winning is more open. They're celebrating. So now they've connected as being a winner and celebrating potentially by hanging out with you for the half hour of your webinar, for the hour of your webinar, etc. So that's another way to get them engaged. Another question you asked, or the question you asked, there's a third part about getting people engaged, asking them about them. Because people like to talk about themselves, not just where they're from, but say, for example, if you're in, say, healthcare or something like that, has anybody had an embarrassing experience? What's the most awkward situation you've found yourself in? People like to brag. So the most is phraseology that gets people engaged, because people want to one-up themselves, or they'll be curious to watch, they'll be curious to read, pull out a couple and go, wow, this is remarkable. Another thing, well, there's a lot of little things you can do to get audience participation, engagement through a presentation without actually fully going through what your presentation's all about. There's elements you can do.
Somebody from Facebook said, is this a pyramid scheme?
Not yet. But I do have some 3-dimensional triangles that you can
Here,
purchase.
let me just pull out my PowerPoint. I'm going to draw some circles for you.
When you get your first 3-dimensional triangle, we don't call them pyramids anymore. They're a 3-dimensional triangle. They're one. And then we're just talking, folks, about how you can engage with an audience from a virtual platform as a speaker. And most speakers have something to sell. We're all selling something. We're either selling a new idea, a thought, a concept, or a product and service.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's
You're
all been
welcome.
very helpful.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with your webinar. That's going to be
Thank you.
awesome. Make
Thank
sure
you.
you come back and let us know how it went. Okay.
Okay, I will.
All right. Thanks, Amy. See you
Bye.
later.
Thanks,
Bye.
Amy.
They said that's what a pyramid schemer would say.
That is what? That is not a. It's not a pyramid. It's a three-dimensional triangle, or something else we said. That is very good. But so, folks, there's a lot of things to learn. There's a lot of things that you can learn. One of the things that you can do is go to this event that Amy's dropped up there, a free ticket. We're going to be there. So you will have, it's virtual. This one's personal, virtual.
This one is virtual. It's a virtual
Ooh.
event that you can go to learn how to sell from stage. I'll go ahead and throw the link in the chat. Just click that link and you can grab yourself a free ticket, completely free to go.
I think I've got a blur.
There's no network marketing product to buy. No. We won't be drawing any circles on stage for you.
Yet, if you are interested in my three-dimensional triangle and want to be an angel investor, by all means, DM me.
No, but what Jace does teach is he does have a pyramid that he teaches that creates a world-class speaker, and it's three things, and it's content, compelling content times dynamic delivery times you. So what that means is that in order to be a world-class speaker, in order to be able to speak all over the world, to be able to connect with audiences all over the world, you need compelling content. You need content that is compelling, that people are interested in. And then you need to be able to deliver that content dynamically. And the best way to deliver that content dynamically is to work on you. So the more we work on you, the more we work on the better person we become, the better speaker we are.
And that's the real value of getting to an event, because at an event, we're working on you, with you, for you.
For you, yeah.
Yeah. So we've really enjoyed hanging out with you folks today. And
we sure have. It's been a great day. Jamie, what should they remember?
Hey, everybody in the world's going through some struggle. So there's something you can do to make the world a better place. It's very simple. Share a smile. So when you're out and about, share a smile with a stranger. And if you're adventurous, give them a little wink.